All right, I'm on hole number 7 of the 2020 Community Cup. Man, Monday's practice round in the rookie division. This is my second go around. First go around, I was looking for ball and club. Now I'm trying to kind of put that stuff together and make sure that I like it. So this hole right here is Namhai Cliffs, hole number 6. This is a par 3, I believe. Yes, it is. I'm coming out here. I'm using a Grizzly. And when I took this shot with a sniper with my Saturn, I was blue ring off this transitional line between the rough and the fairway. But with my Grizzly, I'm going to be my white ring off so that I can start off in a spot just like real quick. I'm going to do 2.5 backspin. And I'm not sure if I was using any side spin on here. And I think I was using, and I didn't write this down, I think I was using somewhere around like 1.5 to 2 left-hand side spin. And the reason that I want to hit over to that side, let's look at the hole here. All of this is dropping down, and there's a ridge that runs like right in this area. So if you're more in this straight area coming up, you're going to get more affected by this slope down here. Whereas if you're over here coming in at it like this, you're on this flatter terrain out here, and you're going to get a little truer roll. And so I'm trying to stay away from this stuff over here that drops off into this, because if, let's say you come out here and I have the greatest intentions, you have the greatest intentions, and you hit it great to the right, and you engage this, then you could roll off, and it doesn't take much to roll off of this to go into this rough. So I want to try and come out at a flatter trajectory that gives me a better chance for hole in one. The way I'm going to achieve that miracle goal is I'm going to bring a Marlin, because I don't have any 0 power low wind balls. And I can't believe that they haven't come out with the Saniball equivalent or whatever the 0 power Oceana ball or one of those balls. They came out with the 1 or 2 power ones here recently, but I haven't seen those 0 power low wind balls for a while. And I'm taking a Grizzly. I'm going to use that bag right there. Just use my number 1 bag. Numero uno. Primero. All right, here we go. All right, Steve from BYU College. BYU Cougars, is that what it is? Is this a second account? Let's see what kind of win percentage they got. 54, maybe a second account. Gone up pretty quick. How much cash did they earn? 45 million. They're a slow playing expert. They've probably gone up to T7 so that they can start working on their clubs. Because in order to get the cash flow, in order to go from pro to expert 1, and they may be an expert 1. They may be somebody that I see in the qualifying round, but I won't see in the weekend round. The people that are in it starts with the opening round, but in the weekend round, I would say 80% of the people in the weekend round have as many games, if not more than me, right in the same neighborhood, little lower, little higher. There's probably 20% of them that have played twice as many games as me. There'll be a good 30 to 40 people in the bracket that have earned over $1 billion. And then there'll be those ones at the bottom that came up real quick. So 2.5 backspin. 2.5 backspin. And 1.5 left-hand side spin. It is drifting off just a little. Okay, it's 2.7. I'm going to do a 20% wind adjustment, so that's going to be 2.7. That's 4, 5, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2. 100% accurate club. There's 3, 2. Trying to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Just a little off on the side. Like the speed though. The speed was a little fast, and I think it was a little fast because it ended up to the right. But I like that speed right there. If it would have been on trajectory to the cup, it had enough speed, it would have ended up in the hole. And I'm not fully convinced. I know that when I play this hole, just like looking at notes, because this hole hasn't been in a bunch of tournaments, just looking at notes on this hole, I have used a 20% in the past, but I'm not convinced any of those numbers. There is not a single one of these numbers for wind adjustments other than the base number. I'm not convinced that any of them are right, and because we're just way too early in the week. I'm trying out stuff today. My main goal is to make sure that I get my distance right, and I'm liking that 2.5 backspin. I need to write down on my notes 1.5 left side spin. And I think the side spin more is going to be more one of those things where if you start off on the right, if you start with the white, your white line, your white ring up against the transition between the rough and the fairway, and you put on about 2.5 backspin, the side spin is going to be more of the fine adjustment that you do to dial it to the cup. Because your white ring on the transition between the rough and the fairway on the left-hand side may be a little high or maybe a little low from this, you're going to be close, but you can use your side spin to make that minute adjustment to get you to the cup, and then really focus on the wind adjustment. All right, that was hole 7 of the 2020 Community Cup and Monday's practice round in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.